Hey everyone, welcome back to Wealth Up. It's already halfway through the year, so it's time for a mid-year check-in on my spending plan. Let's see how I'm doing and update you on my financial progress. As many of you know, a recent hurricane caused significant damage in Texas. Unfortunately, I was directly in the path of the storm and sustained some damage to both my personal property and my rental property. The good news is that the house structures themselves remain largely unharmed. However, I did experience damage to fencing, the roof, an outside shed, the fireplace, leading to water leaks, the oven, and the microwave. My rental property also suffered damage from a fallen tree that impacted the fence and shed. I'm currently in the process of dealing with insurance companies and know that I'll have deductibles to meet. This will undoubtedly require adjustments to my spending plan. Despite the setbacks, I'm grateful for my situation. The houses are structurally sound, we have power, and we're out of the extreme heat. Now let's dive into the numbers and see how my spending plan has been tracking so far. We'll adjust for the hurricane-related expenses and explore how I can stay on track for my financial goals. Here's my spending plan for 2024. Let's take a closer look at the income. The first adjustment I will make is that in November, my monthly income will go back up. It will go back up to $7,125. This is because I will finish my enrollment in my employee stock purchase plan that I have at work. In addition, to keep track of the changes, I will color code everywhere I made changes to yellow. The other thing that will happen in October, when the enrollment finishes for my employee stock purchase plan, I will have the company stock come into my account. I expect this to be around $17,000. These are all the changes I expect to be different in the income section for the remainder of the year. Now let's go down into my spending plan. As we've seen in the last few months, my automated investments have been paused. This has been for a number of reasons, including looking at adding an additional rental property, some medical expenses that came up, and now for the next few months, I will be pausing these automated investments to leave room in my budget for all of the expenses to make the repairs due to the hurricane. I will pause these until October. Once I know more from the insurance company and how much I will be reimbursed, I can come back and update it to include investments starting before November of this year. The other thing that will change is that my stock will be transferred into my Fidelity account, so I will include this in the investment section under others. I'll set that equal to $17,000. The other thing that I will pause for the next few months is allocating money into my travel sinking fund. I'll pause this until October. At this point, we will see again how everything looks. We'll reassess. But for now, I'll leave the $1,000 sinking fund starting back in October. I don't expect any changes in the household expenses or in the variable expenses. I'll leave that as is. The one thing I will do is I will add another section into my spreadsheet. This will be for all of the hurricane expenses. Let me take a moment to set this up. Okay, I added a hurricane expenses section. First noted are the repair expenses. Here, I will keep track of all of the money going out to make all of the repairs for the fence, roof, shed, fireplace, appliances, and the tree removal, and any other expenses that may arise. The second row will be for the insurance refund. This will be for the money that I will have coming in from the insurance companies. This is where I will keep track of both of them. Now, if we look at the spending plan, from July onwards, we'll notice that there's money still left to be spent, at least for July through September. This is because I stopped the $1,000 travel sinking fund and need to allocate this. For now, I will add this to my emergency sinking fund. The reason I am doing this is I will be pulling money out of my emergency fund to cover all of the expenses that are coming up. So it makes the most sense for accounting purposes to have this money roll over into the emergency fund and then pull from it as I need to make payments for the repairs. After doing this, you'll see that for July through September, this is now significantly decreased with $28 left. In November and December, this has $300 left to spend. This will go into investments. The $28 I will leave here to be a buffer. For November and December, the $300 I will allocate and put into investments. Now that I've done that, you can see that my total is now at 0, meaning that every dollar is now accounted for. I realize that this is not ideal because I have no information on the hurricane expenses section. However, as I begin to get quotes for these repairs and get more information from the insurance, I'll be able to add the information here. We'll see in future months how this unfolds and how much out-of-pocket expenses I will have. But for now, this is the best that I can do. And besides the hurricane expenses, I think the overall budget looks okay for now. The one unfortunate thing is the big impact on my automated investments outside of my 401k, which have been paused for a number of months. However, I do still have $9,500 that are from my bonus earlier in the year that I still haven't invested. I will invest this later in the year, but for now, we'll continue to use this as a buffer to account for the elevated expenses in the coming months. I hope to be able to invest this later on in the year. I don't know which month, but once we get there, it'll be updated in my net worth update. Remember, financial journeys are rarely smooth sailing, but with resilience and planning, we can weather any storm. Leave a comment below with any questions or words of encouragement, and stay tuned for more personal finance content. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future updates. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.